So here's an interesting fact. ASRI is not just something that you can apply to the learning environment and the way that we design and develop learning. ASRI is something that you can use in everyday conversations. Just imagine you go to a networking event and you're talking to many people and they're talking to many people. You've got to be thinking, how am I remembered by people? Well, that's the only way we really lead to kind of business opportunities, is being remembered by other people so they talk positively about us. So here's some things to think about. 1, attention. How are you drawing their attention to the things you want them to see? And that doesn't need to be you telling them about what you do. That can be about you asking really good questions that lead them to ask you something, so they're attending to you now. Now what you need to do then is move to sense making, them trying to make sense of what you do and how helpful it can be to their context. So again, finding out what their challenge is, finding out how they're approaching it, and then offering them some thought so they can make sense of the things that you know and do and how it can work for them. Retention piece, how do you leave them wanting more? So when you say goodbye, is putting something within their mind that makes them remember you. Whether it's a business card handed out in a certain way, or whether it's a handshake, or whether it's a comment. But don't just say goodbye. Make sure something important is left with them, that they're thinking about you as they leave. Now, internalization, you don't really have a lot of control over that, but that's your opportunity to revisit them at some point. Did you take their card? Can you send them an email? Can you trigger some of the thinking of that conversation? Can you send them something that reminds them of one of the 2 things that you shared? So there, you can use ASRI in everyday conversations to build networks, to build conversations, to get people to recall who you are and maybe internalize a way of working with you. Try that out.